Hi, welcome to the video. My name is Janelle and today I have a really cute, super simple project for you. Today we are going to be making this really cute little rose bag charm. This project uses chain stitch, single crochet, half double, double, and treble crochet. All you're going to need for supplies for this project is 2 different colors of yarn. So I have a pink for the flower, green for the leaves. My yarn is DK weight and I am using a 4mm crochet hook. You are also going to need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. I think that's all the information we need for now, so let's get started with the tutorial. So I'm going to start off this project by making the leaf section. So I'll be starting with my green yarn and then I'm using a 4mm crochet hook. To start off, I am going to chain 8. And from here, I'm going to do a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. And then another double crochet in the same space. So I'm going to continue working my way down to the end of the chain, and we're going to gradually get smaller. So this end is going to be the wide side of the leaf, and then this will be the point. So from here, it's 2 double crochet. So 1 double crochet in the next chain, and then another double crochet in the next chain. And then I'm just going to work my way down with smaller stitches. So next one will be a half double. And then a single. And I'm going to end with just a slip. So that is the first half of the first leaf. And then I'm just going to swing my project around and work down the other side in reverse. So for the first chain on this side, I'll do a slip. And then a single crochet, a half double, double, and then another double, and then in the last chain we're going to do 2 double, chain 2. So I'm going to finish the leaf off with a slip stitch. And that's the first leaf done. So from here, I'm going to chain another 38. Once you have your chains done, we are going to work the other leaf, but instead of starting with the wider end like we did on this side, we're going to start with the point. So it's going to be the same pattern, just in reverse. So I'm going to do a slip stitch into the 2nd chain from my hook. And then again, getting wider, I'm going to do single crochet, a half double, 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 and then 2 double in 1 chain, and chain 2. So then I'm going to just slip into the same space. So from here it gets a little bit tricky. I'm actually going to work behind the chain. So I'm going to flip the chain forward, turn my piece because we're now going to be working down the other side of the leaf. And I'm going to slip in the first chain on the other side. Do another chain 2, and then 2 double crochet in the same chain. And then again, we're going to work the same pattern. So it's going to be 2 double crochet. So 1, next chain, 2, half double, single, and then a slip in the last chain. So from here you can just trim that off, slip the end, and that's the second leaf done. So the only thing that's left to do for the leaves is to weave in the ends. So for that, I'm just going to take a needle and then run the end through a few stitches on the back of the leaf. And then the rest can be trimmed off. So now on to the flower portion of the project. I'm just using a pink yarn. You can of course use whatever color you like. Roses come in pretty much any color imaginable. So again, we're going to start with a chain, but this time we're going to chain 36. So once you've finished your chain, the next step is to do a slip into the 6th chain from the hook. That's going to create a little loop. And for now, we're pretty much going to just ignore this loop. That will come into play later. So the main part of the chain is where we're going to be working the petals. And we're going to be doing the largest petals first and working our way down to the smallest. So we're going to start with 5 petals that are using treble crochet. So to do the first petal, I'm going to just chain 3. So from here we're going to do 3 treble crochet in the next chain. So if you're not familiar, to do a treble crochet, you wrap your yarn twice around your hook. We'll go through the next chain, yarn over, draw through a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. So just do 2 more of those in the same chain space. And then I'll do a chain 3 and then slip in the next chain. And that is our first petal done. So we're going to do 5 petals of this size. So it's just going to be repeating the same pattern. So it's chain 3, 3 treble crochet in the same chain, and then chain 3 and slip. So chain 3, and then in the next chain, it's 3 treble crochet. Chain 3 and slip. So do 3 more petals just like that. So I now have 5 petals, and the next set of petals is going to be worked in pretty much the same way. We're just reducing the size a bit. So instead of chaining 3, we're going to start with a chain 2, and then instead of doing 3 treble crochet, we're going to do 3 double crochet. So wrap your yarn once, insert your hook, yarn over, draw through a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. So I'll just do 2 more of those. Chain 2, and then slip in the next chain. So we're going to do 5 petals total in this size, so we'll do another 4 more. So again, it's chain 2, 3 double crochet in the same chain, chain 2, and then slip in the next chain. Okay, so I'll just finish off the last 3 of these. So we've got one more set of 5 petals to do, and this one we're going to reduce the size again. So now we're just going to do chain 1, and we're going to do 3 half double crochet. So that's yarn over, insert your hook through the chain, yarn over, draw through a loop, yarn over, and draw through all 3 loops. Do 2 more of those. Chain 1, and then slip in the next chain. And then I'll just finish off the last 4 petals. So you can finish off the last petal just by doing a slip stitch into the last chain. And then we're just going to finish it off by doing another chain 6. And then slip into the first chain. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. Just snip that off. just slip that to hold everything together. And then the next step is to shape the rose. So I'm just going to hold it by this little loop that we've just made. I'm just going to wind the petals around each other. This does twist up as you make it, so just make sure that you're untwisting as you go. And just keep the little loop at the bottom. You can see the flower taking shape. So there's our little rose. And if you flip it over, you can see I have the two loops that we made, one at the beginning and one at the end. So just make sure that the loops line up with each other, that they're both going in the same direction. And then we're just going to stitch the rose together so that it holds its shape. I'm going to take my needle and thread it onto the end of my yarn. And you don't have to be super thorough about this, it will hold its shape pretty well. But I'm just going to go through a few of the petals. Just to make sure that things aren't moving around too much. So once you've secured that a little bit, you can just tie this off, and I'm actually just gonna tie the two ends together just to make sure things don't come apart, and then I'll trim off the ends. Kind of fuss with the petals a little bit to make them sit where you want them to. So there's our little flower. So now that both of our pieces are finished, we can combine our flower with our leaves. And to do that, all you have to do is turn the flower around, find your two little loops, and then take your leaves and fold them in half, and then take the loop from the leaves and put that through the loops on the back of your flower. And pull that through. And now you can either hang it just like this, or if you wanted to use it as a bag charm, all you have to do is take the loop from the leaves, wrap it around the strap, and then pull the leaves through that loop. And you pull the leaves tight, and then you've got a cute little charm. So once again, here is our finished project. And if you want, you can hang this as is from a hook, from a pegboard, whatever you like. If you want to use it as a charm, again, you just take the loop, fold it around whatever strap you want to put it on, pull the leaves through that loop, and then pull the leaves tight, and that will hold your rose onto whatever you're attaching it to. If you want to put this around something wider, I would suggest adding a few more chains to the string between the leaves just to give you a little more length there. If you do make this project, I would love to see how it turns out. I will leave my Instagram in the description down below. Please tag me so I can see how it turns out. Hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any upcoming projects or tutorials. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye.